There's a word we use now, multi-hyphenate, actress, producer, director, writer, creative. But behind that hyphen, there's hustle, there's vision, there's a refusal to be put in a box. Some people find one lane and stay there. They master one craft and that becomes their identity. And then there are others who choose to do other things and refuse to choose one thing. Who see the entire landscape of storytelling. I'm talking stage, I'm talking screen, I'm talking behind the camera, I'm talking in front of it and saying, I want it all. Not out of greed, by the way, but out of hunger, out of a deep knowing that their gifts are too expansive for a single container. Today, I'm sitting with a woman who embodies that expansiveness, Belinda Yanga. Clap for her, please. Yay! Drum roll. Okay. This is a woman who is an actress, producer, content creator, storyteller, a mother, a woman who's moved seamlessly between theater and film, between performing and creating, between taking direction and giving it. Welcome, my dear sister.
Wow. I need to know after this recording, I need to know who wrote that because I'm like, okay, maybe what I sent, they read it's like,
not good enough.
What is this? and then threw it away.
So this is the Green Room Diaries, my sister. And on the Green Room Diaries, we big people up. There's nothing like, there's no smallness anymore, and for us on the show, because it's something that was born out of a community that we both are in, which is the Fifth community, and it's for women in film and TV,
and other screen
yes, and other screen media. We're looking at how we can now start to accept our flowers because we're good at taking. We're good at giving also, but we're not good at receiving. We're not.
Ooh.
Yeah. So before we go any further or further from here, I want you to tell us a lot about yourself.
She says a lot.
A lot, not little.
It.
We're not doing little here, guys.
I love it.
A lot about yourself.
I love it so much because I've been doing between last year and well, the year just started, but between last year and I've been doing a lot of applications to like fellowships and funding programs. And you have this thing where they say, oh, tell us about yourself. But you have only 50 characters. I'm not even kidding. Or not more than
250 words.
Then, they've been reached. I'm like, and then tell us all the things that you've been in, and give us your experience. And I'm like, I have more than 250 words for the experience.
Yes.
Like what tell you about myself.
What parts?
What parts? What parts?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting when they limit it in that way. I always find it very curious. But about me.
Yes, a lot. Biggest.
Well, I guess my name is Belinda Doubara Yanga. I started to adopt my middle name Doubara because I really like it. I do like it a lot. But also
is that an English name?
No, it's an Ijaw name.
What does it mean?
Ooh, it means desire.
Oh, love it. I desire you, baby. Hey! My people say clock it.
And I'm a storyteller. I finally put it in that word because I tell stories via film, via theater. I write sometimes. I act.
It's like they have to force you to write that.
Oh my God.
I see this.
But I'm quite good at it. It's just sometimes I feel like a fraud when I say when people say, oh, you're a writer. I'm like, I'm a person who writes. I don't know about
Okay.
being a writer.
Okay.
But recently I realized that, okay, maybe I'm afraid of the responsibility
Right.
of saying I'm a writer. That
Right.
means you people now come and give me work.
Right. Okay. I hear that. So it's the fear of the work that got it.
But yes, so it's all encompassing, and I'm like, in all of these things, the core of it, the minutia of it is to tell stories. Is to tell stories that make sense to me. Make this chaotic world
Makes sense.
make sense.
Right.
So I tell stories because I want to understand. And in whatever way, whether it's an actor who is embodying a person, a human being, I want to understand. It's important for me to understand this world because it can get very confusing, especially when you're interacting with people. We're so dynamic, we're so vast, we're so complex. And it's always very fascinating when we now decide that we want to make people one thing.
Right.
There's no human being.
Right.
It's not possible.
Right.
You meet even the greatest person, you think, oh, this person is so kind. One day you experience
A different part.
Exactly. And that's okay because we're very complex beings and very complex species. And the only way that we can make sense of our world is through storytelling. It's through the narrative that we've put out there. This plant is a plant and it's green. That's the narrative.
What if?
What if? Exactly. It's not a plant. It's a living being that came to experience Earth. And in its world, it's not green.
What if it was purple?
You know? And the plant tells you, I'm not green.
I identify as purple.
But it's all narrative. It's all storytelling. All storytelling. Tell me about yourself. Then we start to tell a story.
Right.
We start to navigate our world through language.
Right.
We have to put language to
Right.
it. And language can only be experienced through stories. It's just what it is. It's just the way the world works. So yes, I call myself a storyteller because I want to understand this world and the world beyond.
Right.
None of it makes sense most of the time to me.
Yeah.
And so that I don't lose my mind, I try to make sense through these different formats by
right.
writing, by experiencing.
Yeah.
What else? I dance. I like coffee. I like wine. Good wine. I like softness.
I don't know how they do that thing. Like,
So, is it
but is this I want to do actually more than clocking it? I want to
Yes, I
I'm
want to do
tapping
it.
it.
Yes,
Yes, it's like
as a poetry baby,
yes,
as a
yes.
poet
So
girl,
I'm like,
spoken
yeah,
word baby.
exactly.
Let's do
You know,
this.
I'm like, let's
Don't know about this
let's
one.
hit
Is
that.
this the
This one,
clock it?
I think this is clock it, but don't worry.
No, not
We don't
our
need to get it
generation.
all. We don't need to. We can just be rolling with this as well.
But I minus the very many dysfunctional aspects of our present state of the geography we exist in, because
Right.
there are some locations where the places are different. Minus
Right.
that, I generally enjoy being alive. I like being alive. I love it.
I can feel that loving it. So now, I want us to talk about having the importance of having a support system.
So when I'm counting my blessings and naming them and saying thank you for friends, I say thank you for my friends twice. I don't know. I imagine it would have been so much harder without a support system, without community. I don't think that human beings can no matter how much you say you're a lone wolf, I don't think that human beings can exist without community in
Right.
some form.
Right.
Even the idea of it doesn't even have to be physical. Like the philosophy of it, just being able to know that you can share
And care.
And care, you know. So I don't know how, I do not even know how community is important. You have to nurture it. You have to, I mean, I'm grateful for my parents. My parents, they're alive. They're both alive, and they continue to be in my life. But when you build family that is not blood,
yeah,
it is choice.
yeah,
it's even more potent when you're able to. I struggle with receiving. So that thing that you were saying, where you see we never receive, I'm like, ooh,
you're speaking to me. You're speaking to me.
Ooh, I struggle with receiving. Struggle with it. I've been so wounded that when you're a gift always makes me scared.
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want?
Why are you being kind to me?
Why are you giving me this thing? Please, don't stress my life. You want to own me.
I hear that.
Put me in your pockets. But I learned how to receive. Or I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm learning how to receive through this past couple of years, where I'm like, oh my God. And then I realized that people actually
want to give.
Your people want to be there for you.
Yeah.
They actually want to. It's like, you have to give us the
Use
opportunity.
me.
Yeah, you have to give us the opportunity to be there for you. It's been a very, very enlightening experience. Very, very enlightening. And support system is very important. Very important. I think that a lot of people make their significant others their everything.
Only.
I never had that. But I can see how that must be very heavy for me. Like very frustrating because you're trying to make, and not just significant others. Parents do it to their kids.
Yes.
They
you are my only, one and only.
You are my only, you are this thing, so they want to, and, kids doing it to their parents, I mean, I make sure that Max knows that I have a whole existence outside of him,
And he's also allowed to.
Oh, he's allowed to. Please, in fact, it's very important.
You must.
Because there will come a time where you will call me, and the first question you say, where are you now? I'll tell you I'm in the moon. But have that. If you don't have it, build it. It's not hard. Is it hard? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, once again, there's the two sides to a coin. I once said to somebody that the only time God said it is not good was when he created man. Every other thing God created, it will end.
It was good.
And it was good. But when he created man, it is not good for man to be alone. And that's why he created the woman. Now, he had formed them before, but he had only created Adam, and forming and creating are different. But the idea of it is community, right? And connection, and also contribution. I tell my clients that I work with that the reason why you feel a void in your life is because, one, you're not creating, and that's the first role that you have to play on earth, create. Two, you're not contributing.
If you create, you contribute.
In fact, I'll take it back. So there's creating, there's cultivating, because you have to cultivate what you've created.
Till the land.
Right. And then there's now connection, which is God created Adam for his connection, right? Otherwise, he would have stayed with the animals, right? So, and for me, I use those, I go back to those to teach me from the beginning what was God's idea. And for me, the Bible is not a religious book. It's a resource like every other book that is out there. And I use some of that information to understand the world as it is for my own understanding. And so eventually, after connection and community, then the last one is contributing, which is you pouring yourself into someone else, and vice versa. So I salute you for opening up, and I salute you for also receiving it. Now, I've seen you quite a number of times, and there's this look you have. And for me, I think that's a part of your identity and maybe brand, depending on how because I think they're the same thing. I remember saying hello to somebody one day and the guy kept on looking at me. And he was like, so I said, my name is Diola. He goes, you women, once you change your hair, nobody recognizes you again. And that day I promised myself that nobody will say that to me again. I went, cut my hair, colored my hair. Now from the back, people will be shouting Diola. I say, now I've arrived. But I also understand that there's a power to your identity because you can never outlive who you say you are. How is your look? How does your look connect to who you say you are? And is there an importance to having a look?
First, I think I'd have to ask, what is this look? I don't know.
So I see you with the dots.
All right.
And the blue, So for me, that's, you're very earthy. Okay. Right? You've got the dreads, very connected to, maybe because I also play in that space of energy and all of that, very connected to, I'll say, your roots, whatever that root is, And I think is also connected to who you then say you are, So when people see you, they're able to say, okay, this one, I'm Mami Water Spirit. Okay, I'm joking. But this one is I met somebody yesterday who had cowries and all of that, and she kept on talking and she was like, oh, her ancestors, and I got it immediately because she carried exactly that look. So is there anything to your look? Did you create it out of something? Did it come out of something? So talk to me about that. And also the importance of having an identity.
I think that every look and every idea, it comes out of something.
Okay.
Definitely. I feel like because of how stories unfold, you might not be able to say this is one thing. For me, it's not one thing.
Right.
I believe that the Spirit of God exists in every single thing.
Absolutely.
The Spirit of God is everywhere.
Yep.
And is in us and all around us. I'm really trying to really connect to feminine energy, to what is feminine, to the feminine, because I've been very connected to the masculine,
100%,
and very conditioned by the masculine. God is male.
Yeah.
All the bodies inside is male.
Yeah.
And I'm trying
it's
to
only men that can do
all of that. I'm trying to create. Really, really believe that women need mythology. I strongly believe that we need, because every stories that have been told, they're told through myth.
Absolutely.
Myth and urban legends and stories of a man who slayed a dragon, who killed the lion with his two hands, and this male god that came and did this and did that.
Burning bush.
Yes, and you have no representation of the feminine. And so it is me now seeking out the feminine myths.
Right.
And
have you come across any that you can share that you're connected to?
So I'm very much connected to goddesses, particularly not the usual, not Athena.
Okay.
That is still very masculine because she was created by men. Like her stories are still written by men. But by tribes and sensibilities that right woman as the feminine energy is very complex. So like the goddess Kali, who is considered the goddess who destroys ignorance.
Right.
And the ego.
Right.
And so when you see her, she has four hands.
Right.
She has more, but she's mostly depicted as someone with four hands.
Okay.
And in one of the hand, you see a severed male head.
Right.
But it's not like literal, but that represents the ego.
Right.
And her tongue is always out, and she's so fierce and frightening.
Right.
Because she's very, very brutal with ignorance. So that's what the tongue. and I like that. That's a very interesting myth
For you.
the concept of Lilith,
Yeah.
who is said in ancient Hebrew text as Adam's first wife. When they told her that she is to submit to Adam, and she's like, that's what happened. That we are equal here.
Right.
And then she was banished. And then Eve. This time they brought Eve from the rib so that we'll not have problem. That's also a very interesting
story.
Myth,
yeah.
A very interesting story to me. Even Medusa, who was raped by the god Poseidon, and his wife cursed her. They raped her. So she was a normal maiden. She was a priestess in the goddess Hera's temple.
Okay.
And Poseidon came and
raped her.
I don't know if it's Hera, because Hera is Zeus's wife, so I'm thinking somebody else. Okay. I can't remember her name.
Okay.
But she was the wife of Poseidon.
Right.
Poseidon came into the temple, raped her because he was attracted to her.
Right.
And then the goddess was upset and cursed her. And I think about how a lot of victims are blamed in real life when they're abused.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah, especially women. They'll say, what were you wearing?
What were you wearing?
Why were you there?
Why were you going house?
Why did you go to him? Yes. Yeah.
So you've even had people that have said it in this day and age commenting on something, men would comment and say, I saw a comment recently on Facebook where the guy was like, you don't even understand how sometimes we cannot control this thing. So you women should help us too. And,
And you can't control yourself.
But it was just an interesting thing that even in a story so ancient.
Yes. You're seeing it repeat itself.
Repeated in, because a lot of times these myths, they're like stories and parables, like you said, you're taking it as research text and all of that.
Yeah.
And so I'm on a mission to,
uncover
all these stories of women, of feminine energy, as goddesses, as high priestesses, as women, as, as
power.
Mortal.
Yes.
In power.
Yes.
In power.
Yeah. I remember reading something somewhere where it said that at some point women were actually more powerful than men. And then, men now started to take offense to it, and then they turned things around and it seemed like they became more. But at some point, patriarchy did not exist.
Well, there are many tribes. There are many tribes.
Yeah.
Even you hear people that it's even un-African.
Yeah.
Before colonization or before slavery.
Right.
That's women were not. It's not these conversations. They're so modern and Western.
Yeah.
That if you go to the roots. So, for instance, in Ijo, Woingni. It's a goddess. When you say Chineke, when you like that, in Ijo land, you have Woingni. So my full name is Belinda Doubara.
Okay.
God's desire.
Right.
But she's feminine.
Right. Because, for me, if God created male and female in his image, then God is not just man. Where did female come from? So, in fact, I call him MD, mother, father.
Yes. Yes.
That's so what I do.
If you keep relating to this, and a lot of people, especially with Nigeria, with us in our space, in our geography, we're very religious. We cannot engage the world without our religion and our conditioning.
On our head.
And the only conditioning you have is relating to God as Father.
Yeah.
You have no story that comes as God as Mother.
Yeah.
And so how then do you treat your women?
Yeah. How do you connect?
Not rocket science.
Yes,
how do you even see yourself?
Yeah.
Or let's even take it as if it's a white man that brought the religion to you. When I say, okay, who is God to you? When you're praying, what's the color of your God?
Yeah. Is he white? Is Jesus, all the Jesus we see is white, so. Meanwhile, Jesus may not have been white. We didn't knew.
But
we can't think so far.
You get to a point where you even think you don't even approach a thing. You're a woman. I was watching a film that was very interesting, where the snail, it's an animation. I'll give 2 examples. It's an animation. The snail wanted to race, I forget the name of that thing. We watched it so much when Max was younger. Like we repeat it. And he's racing, and then he's like fumbling. So somebody now, his coach is now like, "Are you a car?" He said, "No." "Are you a car?" "No." "Stop racing like what?"
Like, yeah, stay a snail.
You're a snail.
So go on your pace.
And you know, that thing just unlocked.
Yeah.
Then there was another film where this female assassin, when she was being trained, John Wick, ballerina. And then she's
I
being
started
trained.
watching it, but I didn't finish.
So
Too bloody for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's John Wick.
Yeah.
So she's training where they're showing her origins, where they were training her to be an assassin, to be, you know, John Wick legacy. And she's fighting with men. Her trainer, and they're beating her, and they popo her.
Why are you allowing him?
The trainer calls her and says, "Madam, this man is big and like he has muscles. Do you have muscle? No. Are you a man?
No.
Why are you fighting like a man?
Yeah, where's your power?
Do you think you have like you want to use bronze, like, you know, muscle,
and you don't have?
You're not a man. Stop fighting like one." And just threw her back into the thing. Do you know the first thing she did when she went in?
Gave him a kick on his
balls.
Yes.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so it's the same thing that I say, like, if you constantly, there's sometimes that we make decisions for ourselves from a male lens.
Yeah.
Because we've been so conditioned, we don't even realize that we're doing it.
Yeah, I say that I'm a healed masculine woman because I was so you know, very stoic, you know, and I guess also because of hurt and all those things. But
Yes.
I've healed all of that now. I'm an absolute lover.
In,
And
like,
I'm an
integrating it.
attractor
Okay.
of the things that I want.
That you want.
Yes, and of course the days that I need to come out with my masculine energy, I do, and then go right back to my feminine.
So integration is the thing.
Yeah.
Is why the masculine too is struggling.
Yes,
To connect
exactly
with the
feminine.
feminine. Because it's yin yang.
Yin and yang, absolutely. And both of them need to coexist.
They need to.
And there has to be a dynamic dance, exactly, of fitting in together. You're so right. I mean, I like these kind of conversations because this is a place I like to
Like you're thriving.
I know. Like, so whenever I meet people who are open to thinking that way, I like to have those conversations. And maybe there's some people watching us who are thinking,
What are they
hey,
saying?
why is it only God that is a man? This episode is for you. Do you understand? You know?
So tying it back to, so it's just me looking for the feminine in places that have been heavily conditioned to be masculine.
Yeah.
It's just me trying to unearth that, trying to loud it, trying to, you know, and because storytelling for me is dismantling
Yeah.
a lot of things, scattering, burning things down, you know.
Let's use it.
Let's use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay. I also just like to I just want things unraveled. That thing that people are silent about.
Let's look at it.
Let's look at it. I will put light on it. You will look at it. You know, you will see it and you would hopefully see yourself. Or you probably burn at it when you see the burning bush.
Whatever.
No, it's not my own. We'll all be all right or not. But my own is to shine. Like I want to put light, consciousness to these hidden places, to these shadow spaces.
Shadows, yes.
So I guess maybe that's what has turned into some form of identity because I'm not really tied to. I like what I like. It's not necessarily that I'm connected to my ancestors.
Right.
I just like this thing.
Okay.
It makes me odd. I like being odd.
Makes you different.
Exactly.
And unique.
And I like when people are like, well, what is that? I'm like,
it's whatever
is making you uncomfortable, stew in it.
Yeah, I totally hear you. I mean, I'm one. If everybody's going one way, that's the way I'm not going.
Yes,
certainly.
Homogeneity is a thing that I don't like. I think I don't like it. I don't like sameness. I just don't.
Everybody else is taken. Can I just be by myself?
Exactly.
I hear
don't
you.
like sameness. I find it very unattractive.
And you know, I mean, there's so many people who I mean, we go towards or we gravitate towards sameness. So
because it's safe.
Yes, it is. and you're part of the crowd, nobody gets to see you. So you dissolve in that sameness. But then when you do something different, you stand out, and now everybody's looking at you, and you're like, I don't want that.
you know.
Yes,
And that's
absolutely.
why, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's why, because you don't want, because you're scared. You don't want all eyes on me. That's why even things that you don't agree with,
You take on. Yeah.
you just take on.
Yeah.
You just become a,
Let there be peace.
let there be peace. Let's just align. You know, let's just follow them. Say that this is what we're doing. And they've done so many experiments on
course.
it. Where that thing where they brought people in the room, and the last person they brought, you saw that everybody would stand up.
You
The
join
last
them.
person that came in, you don't
You
know
join-
why.
You join them.
Isha just okay.
Let me not be the different one, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Or you
The-
stand outside and you're just looking to the sky like this, just wondering what's there. Before you know it, everybody will come and join you there.
And but no, that thing was
they
very
don't know what you're
frightening.
looking
No.
up.
Because not one person came and said, "Why are you people standing when
Yeah.
the bell rings?"
Yeah.
Not one said, "Why are we
It's
standing?"
conditioning. That's why we call television programming. Because we're programming you. And television, I say it's telling a lie with a vision.
Oh, my own, I just said television.
Then you now program you with that lie using a vision. You are stuck.
It's very frightening.
My daughter will say, "Mommy, I'm stuck." You are stuck. You know, so I
It's
want you
too
to share
frightening.
something that you're doing that you're very excited about at the moment, that we can join you in celebrating on, in, with, by, for, you know?
I think we can celebrate. I think I'm finally coming out of the fog. It's very slow, but I think I'm finally. I mean, it took 6 years, but okay. I'm sure coming out of the fog of the haze.
Yeah.
I foresee a lot of writing in my future for the year, so I'm going to be doing a lot of writing. I'm working, like I said,
You're going to get plenty grants too, but keep going.
I receive it. I receive it.
Yes.
So I'm working on my poetry book, which is basically just assembling all the things I've written over time and putting it in one place. I'm going to finish all the scripts that I started
That you haven't finished.
about. Yeah, I'll finish them. And so a lot of writing, actually.
Good.
A whole lot of writing.
Good. I look forward to reading and seeing and watching all the stuff that you're coming out with, because I think that you'll come from a place of wholeness. And wholeness doesn't mean that you're completely healed, but from a
Exactly.
place of strength
Like
and newness.
So
I look
knowingness.
forward. Yes, and you know, and I think that place is a solid place to be in. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Yes, take
What
a
are we
deep
going to
breath
do
in.
first?
Just close your eyes and thrust. You're the one that say you're a woman.
I'll
You
just
are
randomly
connecting
trust.
it. Just randomly trust me on this one. So it's just a little process that I want us to do together. So breathe in and breathe out. Yes. And so today is 2040. And there's a young girl sitting down on a podcast somewhere in the world where they're talking to her and celebrating her. And she opens her mouth to say, the reason why I am the way that I am and the success that I've been able to achieve was because I met Belinda years ago. And she did XYZ. She told me XYZ. She showed me XYZ. She created XYZ for me. And because of that, I've become the woman that I am today. What is she praising you for?
For telling the truth.
So, girl, did you hear Belinda? You can tell the truth. And as they say, the truth will always set you free.
Always.
And the last thing I want you to do, you can open your eyes now. I want you to thank yourself for some of the things that you've done. So this is a thank you. So now I've just given you an award. You're not thanking God or your father or your mother. No. You. What are you going to thank yourself for?
Thank you for trying your best to always tell the truth. Thank you, Doubara, for how curious you are about knowing. Thank you for pursuing the things that interest you. Thank you for fighting fear for yourself and for others. Thank you for never letting the fears or the validation of world people move or affect how you think. And just thank you for how awesome your mind is.
Yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
It's gorgeous in
yes,
there
yes.
for your sensibilities. Thank you for how repulsed you are at injustice.
Love it. Thank you so much, my darling. I mean, I think these conversations for me get me to know people a lot more and the beauty we all carry. It's so amazing, you know. I think it's more this experience is more for me than even anyone else.
You're having a great
I'm
time because you're talking to all these different awesome
and
women.
I'm learning so much, and I'm seeing people in the diversity in which God really created us for, and the beauty in the diversity as well. So I want to thank you for your authenticity, for your truth. I want to thank you for being true to yourself and aligned to who you say you are, regardless of who is either happy or not. And thank you for honoring our call today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And to that young lady listening to this conversation who has cried with us, because some of these stories will make you connect with us in ways that, you know, I might trigger one emotion or the other. I want you to know that you're not alone. One, we have this beautiful community, the Swift community, who is embracing all our lost sisters, right? Join us. If you're a woman in the creative industry, any part of the creative industry whatsoever, you're welcome here. Come home to where your sisters are. For some people, to where your mothers are. Because this is where we give love, but we share love. We receive love also, and we create, collaborate, and connect together. My name is Adiola Kingsley James, and this is the Green Room Diaries. God bless. Love and light.